Hi everyone, thanks so much for coming to my channel. This is Kendra Plays The Sims, and for today's video, I'm going to be talking about 5 reasons why I actually really like the Royalty and Legacy expansion pack. So if you're interested in listening to this video and what I have to say, go ahead and stay tuned. But first things first, go ahead and like this video, subscribe, hype, all of the great things. That way you never miss my content. And let's go ahead and get into it. So the first reason why I actually really like this expansion pack is because of the Create a Sim items. Now, what I saw online, there's over like 200 items in Create a Sim, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, you've got all kind of full body items, you've got, sleepwear, you've got, I don't think it really came with like any activewear or nothing like that, but it just depends also on, the age that you select, because different age groups have different items. But I really appreciate how they actually went for the men's side as well, because we all know in The Sims, we don't get a whole lot when it comes to the men. So I really like that they took the time to like break this down and kind of give us a little bit more when it comes to these items. So you can really pair things how you want to. It just depends on what you want your sim to look like. We also got some headwear too, which I really appreciate. So we've got some crowns available. I know for the women, there's a lot more. So if you're interested in looking into the women's side, there's a lot there. But I do appreciate that they have a lot for the men too, because sometimes they really get left out. And I think that's pretty unfortunate. So you can really make these outfits look exactly how you want them. It just depends on what you want your sim to look like. And I think that is pretty cool. So that's one of the reasons why I really do like this expansion pack. So the second reason why I really enjoy this expansion pack is for the noble career. Now there's a lot going on with this career and I've played through some of it. I haven't finished it quite yet, but I really started to enjoy it as I was working through it. Now, as you can see on the side, there's ways to make yourself a little bit better when it comes to being a royal or a noble, however you want to say it. And that's through your noble duties that you have to do every single day. So every day you'll wake up, and you'll have some new duties. It just depends on, if you've promoted yourself or not. And sometimes you can sit as long as you want to, because you will actually have to use the throne in order to promote yourself. So you'll actually have to click on it, and then you'll have to go to the noble promotion and then be able to promote yourself. So you can really just sit there as long as you want to, and just, you can stay at one level for forever if you really want to. It just depends on what you want with your gameplay. So as you can see, my sim makes 1,008 simoleons per day, and they have vacation days available, of course, but it just depends on you. But they work 7 days a week. So that's kind of like a downside to it. You're always in noble mode. But in some people's eyes, I guess that could actually be pretty fun. Now for my sim, he's leaning more towards the friend of the commoners, but it just depends on you and your gameplay. Like you start to lean more towards the royals or not. It just depends. But you wake up with these duties every day. Like for me, my sim, he has to dance at a grand ball next, and he also has to donate to Kingdom Funds. Now, we've done some duels with some other sims in order to get promotions. There's so much to do in this expansion pack in terms of this one particular career, and that is what I really, really like, is that they invested a lot of time and energy into these duties. That way you never really get bored as you work your way up. So that's something I definitely appreciate about this expansion pack. The third thing that really made me like this expansion pack is the build buy items. Now I didn't want to set all of them out because there's so many items, but I really did enjoy how people were able to build and create, because I actually downloaded my house, and I'll show you in just a minute. I downloaded my Sims house just from the gallery alone, and some people are so creative. As you can see, there's so many different ways to be able to create a castle or, have your sim live through the royalty kind of lifestyle. So like, look at this one, for example. This one is a seaside palace. So like if you're interested in playing in Sulani, having your own kind of thing going on there, you really can. With this expansion pack is really cool because you can incorporate other expansion packs as well, so you can kind of make your dynasty exactly how you wanted it to be. But like for example, this one has all kinds of stuff, but it's right on the water, and I'm assuming that will be a really fun gameplay to have. We have all kinds of castles here, so if you're interested, of course, in downloading items, you can go here. Like, look at this one. This one's a Grand Royal Palace, and of course, without the build buy items, we would not be able to, have this available in game. So I really appreciate those items. Now I'll show you my house that I downloaded from the gallery. just to kind of give you an idea of what this could look like. And this really actually helped me to imagine the gameplay a little bit more in depth. So if you can look at my house, like look how good that looks. Like without all of those build buy items and, you know, like Simmer's ideas, we would not have all of this in game. Now, when we go inside, I think the builder actually used all of the items from this expansion pack, so I'm able to actually show you what this looks like. So of course we've got some stuff in the bedroom, this rug, and they've all got different swatches. You know, we got tubs, chairs, closets, all kinds of stuff. So there's a way you can definitely incorporate, you know, more of a realistic feel when it comes to the royalty piece of it all. So that's definitely something that I really enjoyed about this expansion pack. Like this house is like immaculate. And this looks exactly like how I would expect a castle to look, especially for a noble. So this is exactly what I was envisioning when I was, you know, thinking about this expansion pack before it came out. And I love how everything has came to fruition and it looks exactly how I thought it would. So that's another reason why I really enjoy this expansion pack. It's just all of these build buy items allow you to be a lot more creative. Now, with every expansion pack, we always get, you know, a new skill that we're able to do. And I love that this expansion pack really goes into depth with the swordsmanship. This is actually one of my favorite parts of the game because I always get super competitive. Like I'm competitive in nature anyways, but to be able to practice this, to be able to duel other Sims, I thought was super fun. Like I love that they incorporated this skill. Like I didn't think it was gonna look right. And I kind of thought like, it would eventually end up glitching, but that is not the case. Like it has always been pretty good to me. Even when I'm dueling with other Sims, I always have a really good time. So I really like too that as you work your way up in terms of the skills with this swordsmanship skill, you're able to actually like do other things when it comes to dueling. Like you can duel for another Sim's heart or for their love. And as you work your way up, more interactions will actually come about. So you can duel for a myriad of reasons. So I really enjoy this skill and I think it's really fun. So the last reason why I really enjoy this expansion pack was because of the scandals. Now the scandals make everything super messy and I really enjoy that about this expansion pack. It makes everything super fun, which I really enjoy as well. Now, when you come to the scandals, you're not off limits to being gossiped about at all. Other Sims can gossip about you, and I did not know that before I started playing. Now, for my Sim, he actually tried to challenge somebody to a duel that was a commoner, and he ended up losing. This was before I got into my skills and whatnot, but as you can see, that's in his notebook, and it fades into obscurity in 6 days, and the severity was medium. Now, I don't know what high looks like because I've done a lot in this gameplay, to be quite honest, so you don't really know. But as you can see, I'm super messy when it comes to my Sim, and I have them out gossiping, learning people's secrets, and this notebook is only going to get longer. Now, if you click on one, you'll see like the person, what they did, all that kind of stuff. Now, I picked her because I actually extorted this Sim because she was kissing frogs and getting warts. So yes, I'm going to gossip about you and extort you about it. Now that fades into obscurity in 7 days. Now, there's also things that are a little bit more in terms of the severity. So there's a sticky fingered filcher. I don't know what that means. It says it turns out Marina has a penchant for stealing and that severity is medium, but the remaining days is 18. So this lets you know this negatively impacts her social interactions, her dynasty prestige, social and bladder needs will decrease faster. Like there's all kinds of stuff when it comes to this particular scandal. So it just depends on what you do in the game, which I feel like makes it super fun. It impacts how other Sims see you, which I think is pretty cool. But I feel like that's the last reason why I really enjoyed this expansion pack. So those are the 5 reasons why I actually really enjoyed this expansion pack. Now, if you disagree, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. I know I've been seeing all over the place where some people really liked the expansion pack and then some people didn't. And then some people kind of were in between. So let me know your thoughts down below. I would love to hear what you have to say and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.